Today we're gonna be reading a lemon. I'm gonna be reading Ticci, Toby, Ticci, Toby, X, Peter. We're not gonna be reading Frist. We are going to be reading Punishment. The music I'm going to be playing in the background is mine. Someone else's is called Pusher or Punisher. I don't know. I forgot. Pusher. Night Core. I'm a little bit sick. Pusher or Punisher, I don't know. Your point of view. It had been months since Cloudkid tried to kill me and Toby. Tried to kill me, and Toby was getting depressed. Whenever I tried to talk to him, he wouldn't respond. I was starting to think he hated me since he was ignoring me. I was spending more time with Shawn, and we were getting in trouble more often. We were in Center's office one night when he was yelling at us more than usual. We had sent 3 cherry bombs down in the sinks and toilets. In the mansion! When he was finished, he told us that we were grounded for 2 months and that we weren't to leave our rooms. I sighed as I walked upstairs. When my phone was off, Jane texted me. He's such an ass. It was a small prank, so if he blew a few pints up, she wrote. I guess I can see how he's mad, though, I wrote back. Now you're signing with him? No! I just know where he's coming from. Whatever, wanna hang out later? We're confined in our rooms. Jane. So, live a little. I did live a little, and now I'm grounded for 2 months. You're such a loser, insert name here. I know I'm a loser. I'm not. The thing with Toby still bugging you. Why you say that? You're not pissed, as you usually are when you're caught. You seem distant. No, I'm fine, I promise. I'm still gonna worry. Why? Because you're my friend. And as such as a bitch I may be sometimes, I still care. Little things. Just text him. He won't answer. Do it. What's the point? If you don't do it, I will go try to live off on you. You know he won't answer. Just do it. Fine. I laugh as I imagine China's voice when she texted that. Then texted Toby. Big surprise he didn't answer. They waited half an hour before Jane texted me. Well, nothing. That ass. I'll go talk to him. Then don't. Just leave it alone. Nope. I spammed her, but no reply. It hit midnight. I was starting to get worried. Knowing Jane probably went down to his room and yelled at him, I groaned in my pillow until my phone went off again. I flipped my phone. I flipped a bit. It almost dropped. But when it But when I was sure it didn't fall, to check who it was, I saw Toby had texted me, "Leave your door unlocked." It said when I slept in my room. I locked my door because I didn't trust Jeff. I slept with Toby. I didn't lock it. Then I slept with Toby. I didn't lock it. I trusted him to protect me from any weird perverts. And I got off. It had gone much later when I heard creaking around the mansion. Checked in where it got loud, closer and louder. I pulled blankets over my head until the door opened. I froze. Then I heard the door shut. Whoever was in my room walked over to me. It had to be Toby, right? Whoever it was pulled my blankets off. I moaned, screamed until I saw familiar orange goggles. I took a deep breath and sobbed. "Damn it, you scared me," I said. He pulled his goggles on my nightstand along with his mouth guard and then quietly apologized. "That's the most you said to me in over a month," I laughed nervously. "I'm sorry." "Don't apologize, you and Clockwork were close, weren't you?" "Yeah, until a few days before I found you." "I'm sorry, Toby." Satisfying. To most people, just whispering is weird to me. Yeah, whispering is weird to me. Not your fault. Not your fault. He sat on my bed. I leaned, and so he was an inch away from me. He kissed me. I gladly kissed back. He pushed me back on the bed. He was on top and shut up. And trailed me. I wrapped my legs around his waist, my arms around his neck. As the kiss got hungrier, he licked the bottom of my lip, asking for interest. I gave it to him. Which he grabbed and played with my tongue until he started moaning into the kiss. Once he was satisfied with my moans, he broke the kiss and went for my neck. I do not have a long neck, and if you have a long neck, you're a giraffe. I'm just kidding. That not mean. What the fuck type of bug? That's probably a stink bug. Since you already knew where my sweet spot was, he went after it without mercy. I moaned. He suddenly stopped. "What is it?" I asked. He jumped off of me and hid under the bed, which just in time to avoid Masky seeing him. "Someone sent me to check on you." You're right, your face is red." I nodded quickly and smiled awkwardly. He walked over to me, sat on my bed. "You know, Toby is lucky to have you," he said as he stroked my hair. "Maybe I could..." Okay! Looks like I was wrong. Today we're reading a Maxi Lemon. Yes, I'm actually... Okay. To be honest, I'm fangirls of both people, Masky and Ben. If I'm being truly honest. I know. Okay. I found it. I found one. I picked a random one. After a long moment since he backed away, sweating like crazy. I got to go. Hope I'll see you never," he said as he turns around. "Take it back here," you yelled at him. "Come on," he stabbed me and put a hole in my favorite shirt. Oh, okay. This is a one I read. Threesome. Okay. I know I might sound like a dick, but please. The sound of glass shattering woke her up from her dreams. It didn't bother. She didn't bother to get up and find what it had done because she already knew this wasn't exactly the first time it had happened. She lay quietly in her bed, waited for it to be over and done with, just like the hundreds of other times before. Before long, she heard the telltale sound someone climbing through her bedroom window as she walking across her floor. She didn't move a muscle as the person who had broke into her home approached the bed. Sometimes he just left her alone and hoped he would tonight. The feeling of cold air hitting her skin shattered her hopes as she came face to face with the person she didn't want to. She didn't want to. Came face to face with the person she didn't want to see or have been around. Sandman sent me for a night, so make room. Sent me here for the night, so make room. Somewhat irritated, irritated for none other than Masky, said Saren. Masky said Sari, as he eyed the woman lying calmly in her bed. In response, she said, shifted to him enough room to lie in bed, but she made no move to complain or resist. She knew better than to resist by then. What was happening? A current weekly based on her. What that was the price she had to pay for being allowed to live. She discovered a hideout for the creepypasta by chance, and rather than kill her on spot, Simon made her a deal. The deal was that she became a servant for creepypasta, namely Masky, who lacked a servant of his own. She agreed, but only because she had the will to live. Since then, she'd be in charge, gain the proxy in his supplies, housing him when he needed a place to hide. Giving him pills, etc. She hated every second of it. So the others, yes, every other creepypasta had at least one normal person acting their servant. They're linked to the outside their window. They all gathered for meetings, such from time to time. If I was a servant for Ben, I would have lost my virginity on the first day. Like the rest of my virginity. Yes, I'm a half virgin. they had in common as hatred for what they had to do. She shifted further from him as he climbed into the bed. She didn't want to have any physical contact with him. Why? Because he was mean. She learned the hard way because he was more than willing to smack her if she acted out of place. That's just okay. She had to go to college hiding her bruises on more than one occasion. As soon as he settled to bed beside her, she reached for the blanket and pulled it over her. He did likewise, keep from getting cold since she wasn't facing him. She couldn't tell if he was. I am signed in on Wattpad. What the fuck? If he was still wearing his mask or not. Sometimes he did, sometimes he didn't. But when he did, he typically tried to talk to her. That never went well. He asked her questions, and eventually she'd give him an answer he didn't like. Then she'd punish her. She'd just smack her, but sometimes he took her to work. That made her clean his mess, and when he was done on those days, she would return home and on an entire night sitting in a cold tub of water. Those were days when she most questioned why she was alive in the first place. Me! Why she was alive in the first place. Why, Angie, did you get me my pills? As he asked after a couple of minutes or line of silence. Great. That meant he didn't have his mask on. Meaning she was either going to get hit or forced to clean up a bloodbath. I just no, I didn't. No, I didn't. I'm sorry. I just be so scared. Like the first day I just get slapped or have to go and clean a bloodbath. Yes, sir, I got them this morning, Lion said. Though she grinded her teeth and clenched her fists into shakes. She didn't want to talk to him. She didn't want him there. She wanted him to leave her alone and let her live in one piece. Sadly, she knew this wasn't going to happen. She felt him steer beside her. He had more than likely sat up. She could feel him giving her the usual I don't like your tone of voice. I'm going to get slapped. Masky said, and as calm as a voice he could muster. He's a bitch. And y'all wonder why I call him a bitch? Masky's a bitch. And he's a dick. He slapped a woman. Though she could clearly hear anger in the in his voice, radiating in his voice since She was pissed off herself. She couldn't prevent herself from snapping on him. Well, I don't like being herself, but I gotta fucking deal with it. Just to sleep with you. Ryan tried to speak, only to be cut off when he slammed his fist against her roughly. The next thing she knew, he was pressing against her bed, his hand tightly grasping her throat. She tried to catch breath, but she was unable to because of his grip. He wouldn't let go of her soon, so she passed out, probably winding up dead. To make matters worse, she couldn't struggle. I'm done with today. He was sitting on her stomach, and his knees were pinning her down her arms. That position would probably break my arms because he's like 20, 22, 45. I don't know, but I'm saying that he's 21. I seriously need a tissue. The most she could do was thrash her legs around the vein, attempt to throw him off. Luckily for her, he loosened his grip to keep from strangling her, but she'd still have a new bruise to hide in a few days. Then he leant down, so his face was only an inch away from hers. He growled, "From your place, woman, I could kill you in an instant, and no one would do so as much as shed a tear you over you. They just say you would have behaved. They'd on their luck." He spat angrily. He removed his hand away from her throat and breathed to let it breathe off properly. She gasped, painted, wheezed for a few minutes. He continued to sit on top of her until she didn't try to throw a punch at him. He didn't quite expect it, but she had smacked him back at once. He made sure to really lay her off after that. However, the next thing he did was rattle him. Throttled him. Tears were welling in her eyes, pain irritated from her expression that he'd never witnessed before. She never let him see by an expression that she was in pain. For a split second, he was frozen in shock. That gave her the chance to do what furies at him. "Well, if I've got a little to live, then why don't you just kill me? Why not do it and get over it with, so I won't have to deal with this bullshit anymore?" Ryan have screamed. As if she glared at him through crying tears. Her outburst startled him so that he couldn't even think in response. She just kept going. You think I want this? That I want to find you fucking murderers and become your, for God's sake, and slave? No, I just wanted to go for a walk in the woods to clear my head after an eternity of fucking, to fucking losing my fucking family to a fire. Then you dumbass partner, you and your dumbass partner just happened to be in the goddamn woods carrying a bunch of dreadful backs. I followed you because I thought you were going camping. That maybe you knew some beautiful lake hidden in the middle of the woods. I was upset losing my family that I blindly followed you, hoping that maybe there'd be something like to help me get my act together. But no, all I found was an ugly mansion filled with monsters and serial killers. Monsters and serial killers that forced me to become a servant to a fucking sadist that exchange for letting me live. So go ahead, kill me. It's obvious that you'd be doing me a favor. She screamed at first. Only to fall in a pathetic whisper. He turned her head to her side to let her tears fall freely. She fell sad and stared at the wall sadly. She made no move to sit up or roll when he climbed off her. Her stomach sat on her back, nor she made a move to resist when his hands fell on her throat once more. She closed her eyes, waited patiently for the blackout which soon was plummeting into nothingness. Sometime later she woke up herself to find arms around her headboard of bed. She didn't know how long she had been there, or who had taken, or she had known that she was naked. She could feel bare skin rubbing against the smooth fabric of their sheets. She screamed into an attempt to free herself. Soon she gave up on getting free, found herself feeling like gratitude that whoever done this to her had to decently cover her bare body or with a blanket so she wouldn't be exposed, or maybe that was something from her from being cold. Either way, she had a blanket covering her and she was warm. So she could be somewhat grateful for that. She was surprised though, not being tied up, but about being alive. She was sure that Masky would have done off her. Hell, for all she knew, that bastard was going to give her to Isla Jack as fresh as a fresh food supply, or maybe someone was going to eat her. True. Like, I want to see where this is going. I want to see if there's going to be 18 plus. I'm not even 18 and up, so yeah. In all honesty, she did no. But she believed that she was going to die one way or another. The part of her she hoped that it would be Laughing Rock or Jeff, the killer that came and did her off. Why? Before, Jeff wasn't exactly known for torturing his victims physically. He gave him a mental scare, then killed them with a quick blow. So she wouldn't suffer in his hands. As for Laughing Duck, she even don't mainly of the other servants. He was the best way out if you wanted death. Well, it's like I'm gonna be summoning Laughing Jack. I know I summoned him. Really? Yeah. But I might get in trouble after I do it, so I'm gonna like do it in my backyard. Barely dozens of other servants had gone to him in the past, and according to others, you were always buried with a pleasant smile on your face. Somehow the cloud killed you with joy. Some people said that he used illusions to remember you only happy things, and he was trying to rip your internings out. Sure, the death would probably be more gruesome, but it would be worth being happy come death. I mean, Laughing Jack is the way to go, I guess. Just like all of a sudden you hear like laughing outside, and I'm like, please kill me. Like everyone else is like, no, please don't kill her. And I'm just like, who cares about me? And just like Laughing Jack just kills me while I'm just smiling, thinking about happy thoughts. Until I finally remember that one sad thought that I'm dying. But I'm forced to be happy. Worst case scenario, Ben would probably be the one to kill her. Everyone warned her that if you want to die, make sure it's in the hands of anyone other than him. His reputation for killing with fear. He'd get inside her head and show things so horrific that you'd have a heart attack or a stroke and die. Typically, it took him a few days to do it too. The sound of a door cracking open sent a shiver coursing through her body. She prepared herself mentally for whatever death was about to befall her. Other scenarios passed through her mind as she clenched her eyes shut to keep from it coming. Hashtag harbored your organs, Slenderman ate you alive, Toby chopped into pieces. Damn, that's gruesome. Hoodie carved the service of it out your sin to slit your throat. To ripped out your throat. Saga ripped your heart out. Sally stabbed you with colored pencils. Shattered Lucas sucked out your soul. Masky. She didn't know. No one ever went to Masky for it. Pow pow. Wait, if I was the way to go, it'd probably be the person I hate. Masky. I'm just joking. It'd probably be the person I hate like hell. Offender. Just fuck me, then kill me. Like, you best give me a black rose. You best give me a black rose before I die. You best. If you're watching this. Yes, I'm talking about Offender. Slenderman, you're okay. You can kill me too. I don't know about Trender and Splendor. I don't know what they are. I know that Trender is a happy pasta, but I don't know what Trender is. He's a trendy pasta? I don't know. Whatever. He is. It's probably for girls because then again, my friend is kind of visco. Wait, visco man. No. like, y'all are slender, so I don't know why y'all have to be, like, happy about y'all names, or, like, trying to be creepy with your names, but it fails, because then again, you have a 9-year-old that doesn't believe in you. The 9-year-old is me. And this 9-year-old only believes in it unless they see a brother of his. Will only believe if Slenderman is real if she sees a brother of his in real life, or a Fender Man in real life, which she hopes will never happen. So yeah. Well, she won't care if it was a Splendor Man, only a Fender Man. She'll care. Oh, fuck. So no one knew what he did. She clenched her eyes shut tighter. Then she felt hands press against her side. She immediately began to narrow down the possibilities that was going to be able to kill her. So whoever was touching her they were human. So Zago, Sherlock, or Slenderman, they're all out of question. She pressed herself closer to the bed. She felt the blanket cover her body get pulled off. The rush of cold hit her. Goosebumps atop her skin. No longer, after all. She felt a hand run along her several limb. Open your eyes and look at me. Insert name here. The shrill voice of Masky sounded seemingly nowhere, causing insert name here to open her eye color eyes wide open to stare at him. To her surprise, he had not been wearing his make, nor wearing a jacket or a shirt. The only thing he seemed to be wearing was a pair of pants. She swallowed the lump that formed in her throat. Seemingly, the expression he looked at his face, he looked angry. When he was angry, he'd hurt her. In fact, that fact he was angry. He was only wearing pants that made her believe he was going to. That was his killing method, being messy. So imagine her surprise when his hand put on the back of her head and held her in place while he leant down to force a rough kiss against her lips. Her immune response was to bite his lower lip and jerk her head to side at the same time. Somehow, he was surprised at the taste of blood in her mouth. She was even more surprised by the sound of a feral growl that left his lips after he recovered from the temporary shock. Temporary shock! Just my character and my iPad has a collar. So, temporary and shock makes me scared, because then again, I wear a collar that can also give me shocks on my neck or my sweet spot to make me numb and, like, not think straight and then kill people. So yeah. Then we have my other OC. Her name is Killer Kayla. And the one I just said, oh yeah, her name is Petsy Pet. Killer. Just kill her. Just kill her. Just kill her. Just kill her. Of what she had done, mercy, what had she gone herself into? Next thing she knew, she was forced on her knees. He had made her hold the headboard of the bed. She didn't want the ropes to dig into her skin. Then before another word process, she felt a sharp sting of pumps slapping her backside, a jolt of pain. Wait, we need to punish this thing because I have been sick this whole day. Okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. That's enough. The small joint of pain made her let out a pathetic cry as she tightened her hold to the headboard. She absolutely was positive that she just saw her last sheet was red. If you know that's good for you, you'll behave yourself. Enter name here. I'll make you more than happy to make this help for you. But as much as I do say like a good girl, I won't hurt you as I won't hurt you much. You bitch. I'm not good at being great or a good girl, so I'm gonna be having hella slaps. And I'm gonna be almost choked to death every single night. Like, stop! Just the same thing always happens until you fucking knows this shit. I'm just like, ooh, kinky. I just be thinking about who's gonna fucking kill me too. But if someone opens the door, I'm gonna be like, who's there? And if I see Masky, he's probably gonna tell. I'll probably think that he's gonna tear me from limb to limb because then again, I was a bad person. But no, he's going to fucking have sex with me or something. I hope he fucking kills me. I hope he kills Ryan because then again, I can then use my name. If he doesn't, I guess I'm gonna be still using my name because then again, I am pretty weird. And he left it to gently. The proxy said in a dark tone. She began to gently rub the spot that he left on her arse. The palm, it's a palm of his hand. The soft action paired of her in a sinister tone of voice was making her more enough to send a violent tremble, causing her by at once to realize what his plan was. Don't you fucking dare, Masky. Too late. That's a little bit too late to say it. He already got you naked, girl. It's too late. I'd be like, oh, he's going to rape me. Okay. I mean, it's too late now. I can't breathe. I am awkward as hell. No, just don't make me a servant for Masky at all. I'm too young. I'll be Benz, I'll be Dark Links, I'll be Link.exes, just please no. I'll be even Jeff the Huggers. Yes, I am saying that. Just please, not Masky. I'll be Carnivals, I'll be Springs, I'll be anyone's but Masky's. Toby's because then again. And for proxies because then again. We have Kate, Toby, and Hoodie. Maya's head with a pathetic excuse for an angry tone as she felt him shift around her. She turned her head aside to glare at him, which was only to undid his pants and pull them down to reveal an semi-hard length. Why are they calling it dick length? Like, I have no problem saying dick. I have no problem. A frightened blush appeared on her face at the sight of it, and another tremble rushed through her body at the thought of what he would do with it. To make matters worse, he flashed her a smirk. When he noticed her reaction was the sight of his bare body. Why are you blushing? He'll like, calm down. He's like 21. You're like 9. So there's an age difference. A huge age gap. Stop blushing, please. I'm going to do the math real quick. Minus 9. Let's say 1 minus 9. It's 12 years older than you. What the hell? Then we have like Ben that's 3 years older than you. So yeah. Yeah, he's like 3 years older than you. What the fuck? Like what you see. Like what you see. He acts making in a mocking tone as he rubbed a hand around his legs to get ready for what he was planning to doing. The action appeared crashing only flustered Ryan further, which made her pull at her restraints. No, I don't fucking like it. Let me go, you bastard, and get away from me. Practically screamed. Ryan practically screamed, only to have herself cut off when she felt Masky put his hands around her backside to prepare her to spread her sex. Her blush only darkened when she felt his gaze almost at her private. That's a lie, is your name here. I can see you getting better by the second. Masky teased. Hold up! Hold up! Hold up! How old is this girl? I hope she is 19. I hope she's 18 or 19. I swear, if she is 17, Masky, you're going to jail. It could be a kill when she's 19. I mean, sure looks beautiful. Please stop. You're like 12 years older than her. Who cares? That's a lie, Instagram mirror. I could see you getting better by the second. Masky teased. Before he suddenly flicked a tongue against her sex in a teasing manner. Nothing in the world would have been able to hold back the moan that fled her lips when he looked her. Okay. There was no denying how elderly as the situation made her. God, she hated every moment of it before she could think of a plea for mercy. She felt his tongue against her again. This time, he didn't take a break contact. He pressed his mouth against her sex and licked her roughly. And once his tongue leave her slick opening, he dragged his tongue up her fluids. He dragged up his tongue and down her fluids. You mean climax? Making matters worse. Oh yeah. Once with all he could shove inside her and proceed to fuck her with his tongue. To her shame, she couldn't help but rock her hips against him as he ate her out. She couldn't help herself. It felt so good. She wanted to kick herself in the stomach for it. How do you kick yourself in the stomach? I don't want to know. You have to be hella flexible. And I mean hella flexible. Like, you can do the splits. You can fucking do those fucking things. You can do anything. Like, very flexible. Very. You can even stretch out your neck. I think you're talking about a cartoon. Yeah, I think no one can do it. You can only kick your thigh. Deal with it. It's your name here. Deal with it. Masky was merciless in assault. He kept her lower lips spread and shift his body open, close, together, apart, apart. Every time you say together, they're apart. But every time you say apart, they're together. Every time you say together, your lips don't touch. But every time you say apart, your lips touch. So your lips are doing opposite. Why, if everything is there for a reason, why do men need nipples? If one thing leads to another, does that mean you can even, in sex, doesn't that mean you can say that for anything else? Because anything can happen. If Masky needs a mask, and he's smoking hot, then why does he need a mask? Like, he could just say, okay, you're going to bed now, sweetheart. Just fucking shoots them to death. You can do that. I mean, you don't need the mask, you just call him, then my name would make no sense. Then his name would make no sense. Then just call him freaking, I don't fucking know, Sexy. Just call him Sexy, the killer. Just call him Sexy, the killer. You don't need another Jeff the Killer. No, you can just say, okay, night, darling. I hope you're gonna have a good sleep. Just fucking kill them when you hear that they're asleep. I think that would work better. I think there's already a creepypasta of, yes, offender man, sexual offender man. Sexual creepypastas. Kilo, what's your favorite thing about life? Nothing. Kilo, what would you do if I told you that you're actually shipped with Laughing Jack? Because one, you're literally like chunky and he likes chunky women, and two, like, bruh, you're chunky. Who cares, okay? Well, you might care because I'm gonna be taking off now. Taking off what? Very funny. Doc stop. He kept he kept her lower lips upspread and made sure to shift his body every time she squirmed to try to get away from him. He refused to break contact with her body, and he refused to back off when she began to struggle as her orgasm approached. If anything, he licked her harder than she began to whine and thrash. She wanted to come because of his tongue, and he knew she did it. So he shattered a part of her to fight him. In the end, she came hard against his tongue, and he lapped at her nectar, laughed at her nectar greedily as she tempered his hold. When he finished, he pulled back and watched her continue to shrivel from the aftermath of her orgasm. He smirked deviously at her, and it looks like I really need to make you listen, please. A good fuck. Look at you, you're not even fighting back, he said with a chuckle. Fuck you! I just feel like, fuck you. And like and just stuttering crazy, like, fuck you. Just sound like a fan in Ticci Toby. He said in his chuckle as he shifted a bit behind her. It was the time for him. He gave himself some sexual satisfaction. At first, though, he wanted to see how much fun she had left, so he ground himself to see how himself against her to see. He grinded himself against her to see how she react. Get the fuck away from me, bastard. She might painted as she felt the Masky press his length against her. Though it was obvious in the tone of her voice she wanted him back as badly as he wanted her. She had too much pride to admit that she needed a good pounding. Is this sex now? Wait. Don't question about what I'm doing, guys. Y'all see. And I found it. No. We're going through your albums. Here we go. Sexual songs. We're gonna be... I don't own this. This song is by Bloody on the Dance Floor. Blood on the Dance Floor. Yeah.
Lesson 3 is just a tease, and those news that make me drool. Hit me up, make me come. Wanna sex? I'll show you some. Sticky drama all the way. Want my dick? You gotta pay.
I can't.
Use my tongue on you. Show me what you got. On my LCD, let's get down to it.
Why does he sound gay?
So
This song is probably playing in Masky's head. Okay. Okay, I have to admit, that was actually funny. Considering it had been nearly 4.5 years since she last had sex. Whoa! Okay there, Buster. Since she last had it lose her virginity. That's since she last had masturbated. Since she last had masturbated or had sex. Y'all shoes. It was no surprise that she craved that contact. Yes, she had been a servant for approximately 4 brutal years. Thanks to the rules, she had to break up with her boyfriend, or otherwise watch him die in a creepypasta of a creepypasta. She wasn't allowed to date without their say-so, so naturally she couldn't do things that came with dating either. Masky chuckled in response, so in her attempt, starting to be tough, instead of giving her what he knew she wanted, she gave her ass a firm swat of the palm of her hand. He was surprised to hear the shot of gas, and surely she did. Cut the crap and name here. I know you wanted. Were you British now? Why, mate? You're so awkward. You're the one that forced me to read this. You know you want me badly, as I bang you over. Fuck you, senseless. So drop the tough girl act and tell me what you want. Just say you want my cock and I'll give it to you. Masky shined with a mocking tone. As he messaged a sore spot on her rear again in response, White groaned and tried to pull away from him. But he led her firmly in place and by her hips. Just say it, he said in this firmly, as he gave her a mixed glare of smirk. She groaned and continued to try to pull away from him. No. This part of the song is basically what's happening. Okay, there we go. That's the part we're gonna stop at in the song. As the mix of the glarious mark, okay, I wanted to make a pained sound of his pink sore backside again. She clenched her jaws and eyes to his mouth and tugged her restraints. Say it. Masky ordered again once he had raised ready for another swat if she refused. No! I just say yes after that, like, yes. Like, I would be so scared. Like, I know it might be tough. I know I might be tough, and I know I might sound tough, but I'm not. Like, I'm not. Like, just put me in something girly. Just don't. Like, I can't fight Slenderman, I can't fight Splendorman, I can't fight Fenderman, I can't even fight Trender. Y'all remember that day? Where he just put me in, like, a cute thing, quote on cute, because he fucking put me in a cat costume last Halloween. You gotta remember that 2018 Halloween. Well, everyone in this house, not y'all. No, when I tried again, she felt a sting of a slap. That's when I say it, he ordered. No. Shh. Just say yes. She refused. She received a nurse help this contained for what seemed like hours. No to him. His finger if when he told her no. The process until the she has beside him grew it to be red. It by as if it might have bled. His ends suffered an injury. Honestly, he was surprised at how much fire she was. Even tears began to roll down her cheeks from the pain. She only continued to deny it. Bruh, you climaxed. Just say yes. You all have to deal with this. Just say yes. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. Please, you're an idiot. Just stop. She must have hated him more than he thought. He wasn't about to let up. He was he'd beg her for him to fuck. He even if she caused it. What the fuck? That was the sound of my brothers. If you guys heard that. Even if it cost him his hand, which was slowly, surely becoming rarely possibility. After 2 hours of spanking her raw, she finally submitted. Enough. I want it. She said between sniffs. She bowed her head in submission. In response, his sore head atop her cheek and rub it gently, then hover her. Rubbing my arse isn't gonna do shit, Masky. You're an idiot. I mean, Masky was the one that gave you permission to cuss. Yeah, but I can only call him an idiot, so. Okay, we're just gonna continue to song.
Popping out your chests and your friends' requests. Now I'm rocking on your top, and you know I just can't stop. Make you drop, fill you up till I hit the spot. Cause I can't take all this white. I'm so impatient, you got me waiting. Cut the shit, show your tits, flip it on my sidekick. The quagmire, family guy, giggity, all the time. I wanna fuck you hard, I wanna feel you deep. I wanna rock you hard, I wanna taste you sweet. I wanna fuck you hard, I wanna feel you deep. I wanna you wanna fuck me. My love is unrestricted. You know you wanna lick it. Strongest that you ever had. You mix them all together, never and on my motherfucking favorite host. Stereo. Bust it up, go ape shit and tear it up. We can make you look like Hubba. She's 6 and if she's so solid, hells yeah. Go for more parents banging down the door. Oh no, caught with my pants down. I gotta leave this town. I ain't never looking back. I'm gonna tell your ass straight up. This is how we live it up. I just don't give a fuck. And if I ever gave a fuck, I would be straight out of luck.
Read it. I want to rock your body. I want to taste your sweet what? Sweet what? Sweet candy. What's the candy? Shut up with your bi ass, okay? He pressed against her backside and flattened his chest atop her back. He raised his chin atop her shoulder, atop her shoulders, so his mouth was next to her ear. He whispered against her ear. Oh. Do you want it? You just grabbed a fucking pillow, Keela. Shut up, please. Masky had enough of our bullshit and he left because, like, he didn't like this song. He didn't like this song. He had enough of this. Masky whispered against her ear lightly and rocked his hips to grind her legs against her, provoking a shudder from her sensitive body. She wondered at his unusual tone of voice, and he made it submissive. He'd broken her. What do you want? He'd broke her, if only for the night. Your cock, I want your cock inside of me, please. I'm asking her back. Is the song done? No. We like pause it. Here's a show why you laugh. As kindly as an attempt to look away from Masky, who moved his one hand and forced her face to her side so that he had to look at him. What? So what I missed out on? We're back. We're at the like lemon part still. We're at the sex part still. Okay. Stop. However, he saw his eyes shoot completely unrelated. However, she could also see that her statement was far from a lie. She wanted him bad. At the pain he'd put through her, only to make her more desperate for the pleasure. He offered her a sweet smile. One she had never seen before. He moved their faces closer together. Good girl, Masky said gently. Bitch. Okay, we're gonna stop. Masky said gently before he pulled her to her soft lips. After he did that, he steadied her hips. In the other hand, to push her inside, and pushed inside of her. They both lightly moaned together in their kiss. He began to move. I'm a half version, so it'd probably be a moan scream. Like, ah! Just like, moan scream, like, ah! So, like, Mickey Mouse just fucking entered a person. That was, like, so tight. Ah! Mickey's so innocent. Mickey's so innocent. Wait. I can't. By the way, if you guys didn't hear a disclaimer, I do not own the song. This song is by Blood on a Dance Floor, and it is called Sexting. Like texting, but you're doing it. It's like sex and text, but you're sexting. If you guys don't know what sex means. But you're texting while y'all are talking about the nasty. You guys are doing that to each other in text. That's what texting means. Sexting means. Texting is just talking normally, but you're on your phone. Before he pulled. Okay. As he began to move, he shifted his hand from her hip for her moment, then slid downwards until he felt her clitoris. He rubbed it carefully in time with his thrust. She moaned, and pressed against him as he moved. And he eventually moved his... Who cares about 5%? I'm still reading this. And as she pleaded and rocked her hips in time. With his rocked this is I'm gonna die. Rocked her hips in time as he moved. And if she had known, he probably gave been a little gentle if he told her to bed. When he told her to bed, she probably done so a lot earlier. He had known she'd be responsible for to be treated like a woman. He probably never deals her attitude. Granted, had they known known what they know now, they wouldn't be doing what they are doing in the first place. Somewhere along the lines, he broke their kiss to trail his lips down her neck and bit down on the junction of her shoulder and her neck. As he moved against her, as he seemed to type or not, refused. He preferred soft socks to humping, though he was typically a bit rougher than this. The only reason he was being soft now was because he could feel heat radiating off her sore cheek. He smacked her many times, so he'd taken a hot pen and pressed it against her arse. So as many times he'd taken a hot pen and pressed it against her arse, because he knew for a fact that it wouldn't be sitting for a couple weeks. Besides, he liked her better sometimes like this. She wasn't giving him an attitude or trying to pick a fight. That's all he really wanted from her to begin with. He moved his mouth to the back to her neck gently as he began to pick up the pace. He went a bit faster. He wanted either of them to reach their sweet release of the night. Her brow darkened as she moaned more, and as she felt fingers teasing her clitoris pick up. The pace along his lips, his hips, lips, who fucking cares? Hips. As she arched her back a bit, she pressed her more mouth again. She'd forgotten how nice it felt to be with a man. I'd forgotten that to begin with. She'd back a bit to press more against his mouth. She'd forgotten how nice it felt to be with a man. She certainly never expected to do this with Masky. Of all people, if anything, she assumed Jeff or Jack would have been more likely to do it, considering their habits. Like, say hashtag considering their habits if you agree with us. On the back of their neck. And they had to try to face it on impulse. He wanted to bite, and she had a spot that drove her mad that she had to tell him about. Masky, will you bite my ear, please? Wyatt moaned gently, only to bite her lip to prevent calling it in pleasure when Masky immediately accepted the request and latched onto her ear. With his mouth, he nibbled and tugged lightly, and as his thrust hit in hyper-sprinted speed, they both moaned loudly in response and pleasure when they were feeling. Honestly, he'd be glad when she told him to bite her ear as soon as he did. He left her insides and clenched around him. He nibbled and tugged as she expanded a bit. That was when she threw him off. Then she threw him over the edge. The more she clenched around him, the more hard it became for him. To the pleasure, she came at the same time as him, thanks to the hand working her clitoris. Her insides arched and reached orgasm, just as he tends to shoot his load inside her after that. He just wrapped his arms around her torso and lied there. He wanted to come back for his high. He waited to come back for his high. She'd probably do the same if she had not been tied to her headboard, but somehow he managed to untie her wrist and settle down. As soon as she loosened, she collapsed on top of the bed. That's him clinging onto her. He lay there on top of her. They both panted quietly as they recollected their instincts and wonders of aphobia. Neither of them had been aware of how sweaty they'd gone during, but boy, they'd become aware once they start cooling off. None of them smelled, though the scent of sex was too heavy in the air for them to notice the smell of sweat. The smell of sex. What bothered them was how sticky it felt. Who had the sticky cum? Because I damn well know I don't have sticky cum. I damn well know. Probably both of y'all see, like, climax cum probably mixed together, and yeah, that's what probably made it sticky. He probably had the sticky, and I just have like kind of liquidy and sticky, lick sticky. Ew. Okay, I'm done with this day, but I gotta continue reading it. In the end, it bothered them so badly that they went straight to the shower as soon as they could. Granted, Masky helped when walk. Her legs had pretty much gone numb from the sex, and she limped her leg connected to the sore side of her arse. He actually helped her with everything because of how worn out and weak he made her. The wound inside of the bathtub. That's her. But they didn't have energy to stand or clean themselves at the same time. So she sat up facing him and they washed each other's bodies. At the end of the shower, Masky had more or less recovered from ordeal, but Ryan was pretty worn out for a day or two. Probably because he made her come twice after 4.5 years of no sexual satisfaction. Damn. So, I don't know what happens if you guys actually meet in real life. Hey, shut up, please. Yes, you actually have a voice actor for Masky. Sup? Yeah, go back to your Masky voice, which is basically my voice, but you're good at that voice more. Okay, shut up. Okay, I need to shut up. Having an orgasm after that long would drain anyone for a while. After they were out of shower, he helped her back to the bed, then relieved the tube of acetone from the bathtub to fix up her sore bottom. He applied using the handy sphincter with it so he could kill two birds with one stone. As soon as he'd taken care of, he climbed into the bed with her. He put the blankets over them. Their bare bodies getting cold. Neither of them cared enough, with both of them getting dressed. After that, they lied in the bed for a few hours. Almost silence. Then before Ryan could speak up, "Why didn't you kill me?" Before Ryan decided to speak, "Why didn't you kill me?" Answered name. Ryan asked quietly as she stared at Masky, who looked at her and shrugged. "I never wanted to, Dad," Masky said calmly. The woman sighed and watched him tiredly. "Why did you have sex with me?" Ryan said as her voice was tired but very calm. She already accepted what happened, but didn't seem to regret it. I thought it'd make you me laugh as how we got a friend named Stop Fighting with him. That's why she doesn't bar to complain anymore. Masky said honestly that there wasn't any point in to lie. Besides, there's no issue with that, she said. You know, I hate you in the first place. Do you know why I hate you in the first place? Insert name here. Asked calmly the person in question shook his head in response. She approached to tell him, I don't like how you make me feel. You treat me like I'm less than human being. I do all your errands and do not once your thank you or nice job. I can't say how I feel without getting pissed off. You getting pissed off or hating me, and honestly, I think so poorly of you. That is how I expect you to punch me when for the face of saying this, she said weakly. She got into a fetal position and she spoke without realizing as she spoke without realizing it. How honest she was, but proved how honest she was with about being realized, thinking that she was going to hit her. Instead, the proxy wrapped his arms around her, pulled her closer to her. I surely regret because you never showed me any respect. Your attitude pissed me off, and I thought a little I forgot how to pronounce it. Though a bit of discipline might make you act a little bit better, Masky said calmly as he put his chin on top of her head. Ed felt that holding eyes. She said something of that you Masky didn't know. I never respected you because I didn't think you deserved my respect. You never gave me a reason to respect you, so I guess we're both at fault, huh? Ryan asked quietly as she shifted a bit closer to Masky. Honestly, she'd gotten so used to sleeping next to him that she slept easier with him by her side, so it was pretty normal to her to be comfortable next to him as long as he wasn't mad. When he got mad, she got mad. The things just went downhill from there. Yeah, Masky said quietly. He began to rub her back a bit. He enjoyed feeling her skin against his fingertips for some reason. That voice crack though, for some reason. After a moment, he sighed and sat up and looked at her. To tell you what, I'll start treating you a bit nicer and not hit you, as long as you start being more respectful. Deal? He asked calmly. She looked up at him for a moment. After a moment, are we going to keep having sex, or was this a one-time thing? White asked quietly. A slight blush painted her cheeks. He showed no one how that was no. This is a one-night stand. Masky said calmly. So, despite tone of irritation in his voice, he actually made him sound kind of cute. I don't want to hear that. I don't think it's cute to you, honestly. Yeah, because I'm a fucking kid, but when I grow up, I'm gonna be like, oh, damn, he bad. He bad. He bad. Oh, fuck. I'm gonna look up pictures of Masky. Masky and Ticci Toby, so, like, y'all don't have to say shit. Masky and Ben, because those are the people you like. No, Masky is a best friend. Ben is like a perverted best friend. Oh, don't ask. Oof. They should serve them in bags. Ticci, Toby. Actually, I guess Ticci, Toby, who cares? To be honest, I just need this one because this one is the one I like. Save image. Now go back. Masky X Toby, Masky X Hoodie, even though they're brothers. No. Okay. Found a beautiful one. Boy, I'm always beautiful. Then a hot one. I'm actually gonna draw like the 12-year-olds thinking I love cheesecake, making me look dumb as hell. Thinking I'm a creepypasta being shipped with Ben and Jeff, thinking the whole hey Masky thing. That's fucking me. That's fucking me when anyone fucking thinks that Masky is like that. I'm going to kill you! I'm actually gonna keep that one too. Okay, stop. I'm only at 3%! Okay, I need to... don't question about what I'm doing, guys. Just appreciate... Promise that... gentle every time we do it. Unless it went rough. Why not? The male question nodded. Lied back down to get comfortable. Done deal. She said a big smile before she fell asleep in his arms. Ugh, that was cringe. Okay, no. Yes, no, yes.
New message.
Lesson 3 is just a tease, and those news that make me drool. Hit me up, make me come, wanna sex, I'll show you some. Sticky drama all the way, want my dick, you gotta pay. See what my thumbs can do, time to use my tongue on you. Show me what you got, on my LCD, let's get down to it, so you can get down on me. Cybering is so, in 1999, you gotta be sexually active if you wanna be mine. Cause I wanna fuck you hard, I wanna feel you deep, I wanna rock your body, I wanna taste you sweet, I wanna fuck you hard, I wanna feel you deep, I wanna love me or hate me, but you wanna fuck me, my love is unrestricted, you know you wanna lick this, run stronger than the strongest shit you ever had, you mix them all together and I would still be twice as bad. When I text you sex, you start to undress, popping out your chests and your friends' requests. Now I'm rocking on your top, and you know I just can't stop. Make you drop, feel you up to hit the spot, cause I can't take all this white. I'm so impatient, you got me waiting. Cut the shit, show your tits, flip it on my sidekick, like Quagmire, Family Guy, giggity, all the time. I wanna fuck you hard.
Quagmire, Family Guy all the time. Giggity, all the time.
I wanna rock your body, I wanna taste you sweet, I wanna fuck you hard, I wanna feel you deep, I wanna love me or hate me, but you wanna fuck me, my love is unrestricted. fucking favorite hysteria. Bust it up, go ape shit and tear it up. We can make you look like Hubble. She's texting if she's so slow. Hells yeah, go for more. Parents bringing down the door. Oh no, caught with my pants down. I gotta leave this town. I ain't never looking back. I'm gonna tell your ass straight up. This is how we live it up. I just don't give a fuck. And if I ever gave a fuck, I would be straight out of luck.
This is Sexting by Blood on a Dance Floor. That was beautiful. Masky, you can come in now. We're never playing that song again around you, Masky. Bye. Don't mind me.